Mistakes were made. Learn from your mistakes. It's time to make mead. What I'm going to be using for this mead. The three things you need to make a mead. D47 yeast or any yeast you want to use. Honey, water, and a fermenter. And these things I find enhance your meads. So first of all, I'm using pectic enzyme to break down the blueberries. Fermate O as a nutrient to kind of jumpstart the yeast. I'm going to use the peel of a lemon. I find that the peel, as opposed to the juice, kind of tends to give it more of a crisp sharpness. The things that I would suggest you get: an airlock so nothing can get in your brews. Carbon dioxide can go out. Nothing can come in because we fill this with a liquid. I would suggest getting a hydrometer. Now this can tell you if your alcohol is finished fermenting or not. Take a reading, wait 4 to 5 days later, take another reading. If it hasn't changed, it's finished fermenting. Of course, we have a graduated cylinder to put our hydrometer in to take that reading, and just a turkey baster. I bought the wine baster. This saves you money. Buy just a regular turkey baster. 3 pounds of blueberries. That's the pectic enzyme is going to break these blueberries down so it can give us more flavor. And of course, a bag. You gotta have a bag to put these blueberries in. Steep some tea, just to add tannins for that mouthfeel. All right, mead day. This is not a set recipe. I'm gonna start out with 3 pounds of honey. Headspace. I've seen a lot of forums, comments, and people just freaking out over Headspace. And yeah, it can be bad. I've been brewing for a while, and I've only had one brew go bad, because it was when I first got into it, I kept taking the lid off, looking in it, stirring it, shaking it. I just messed with it too much. If you just let it sit, it'll be fine. But anyway, I mean, yeah, it can be bad. It can happen. I haven't experienced that but one time. What I'm going to do is put a half a pound of this one in, put water in this one to get the rest of that out. And then if I need more, this will give me a correct reading on the honey. So that's 1 pound, 12 ounces. 8 ounces. I can't get this damn thing open. Man. The fork. That fork wasn't sanitized, by the way, but you know what? I'm not worried about it. It's not like I rubbed it along the floor and then did that. I'm going 2.5 pounds. Ooh, 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 ooh. Almost there. There we go. Oh, a little over. That's not bad. 2.54. I'm okay with that. Oh, I was going to go 3 pounds. That's right, 3 pounds. And just a little bit. Alright, that's 2.96 plus whatever I get out of here. I'm still got a little bit in there, so I'm gonna call that 3 pounds. I'm not gonna be picky about it. Okay, let's go ahead and rinse out this sugar goodness. This water is room temperature. It does help. The warmer the honey, the easier the flow. Alright, let's get a shake. So I can tell by on the bottom of that, you can still see honey. So I'll shake it some more. Oh, it's leaking. I'll do it. So 3 pounds. Let me write that down. Sticky. Oh, got a hole in my notepad. Okay, 3 pounds of honey. Now I'm going to add my gallon of water. I'll go that much. I stir it. I am sloshing this around quite a bit. I'm introducing oxygen to the must. Pre-fermentation is very important. After fermentation, you don't want to do this. If your brew is just sitting there and you're not moving it around, and you have 3 to 4 inches of headspace, and you don't mess with it, you don't jostle it, stir it, or look in it every day, it's gonna be okay. We'll add the rest of my water. Let me write that down, 1 gallon. I thought I would have to add more. I just want to make sure that's good and mixed. I think it is. Oh, I'm going to take a gravity reading and see where I'm at. That's okay. We're at the beginning of fermentation. Alright. 1.80, which gives me a little chart here. 10.4. Okay. Do I want more alcohol? Because the yeast I'm using is D47, which is a 16%. Again, it doesn't matter. It could go above that, could go below that. I think I want to add. So, all right, adjustments. This is what it's all about. So I'm going to add more honey and see where we're at. Okay, that's about an eighth. Let's see where that lands us. Hopefully that'll be enough. If not, I don't have to have it exactly there. I did want more than 1080. 1086. It gives me about 11% alcohol, so I want this to run dry because I'm going to back sweep. So we'll go with that. That's dangerous. Putting the hydrometer into a metal sink. So I think I'll take that out. Alright, so we were at 1086 starting gravity. And when I say 1086, I mean 1.086. 11%. Okay, anyway, next. Pectic enzyme. Half a teaspoon per gallon. That's about half. Blueberries. Let's go ahead and put our blueberries in the bag. Now I'm going to let this pectin sit for about 6 hours before I add my fermentation, or my yeast, before it ferments. You want your pectin to sit, you know, I should have crushed that. You want your pectin to sit before fermentation starts. I should have rinsed that bag out, but I used all my water. Lemon. I gotta stir that. Get that pectin integrated into the must before I put my fruit in. No clumps. Alright, let's do this. Look, I'm putting sanitizer on the rind. We'll let that sit for a minute. The outer part, you don't want the yellow, or the, you don't want the pith, the white. Man, I love the way lemon smells. Oh, it's gonna be good. Yep. I'm gonna use the whole thing. Get in there. A little bit of that. Oh, that's too much white. Oh, there's a strip. I should have crushed these blueberries. I guess I still can, yeah, I still can. I like that blueberry flavor. Now you can adjust this 1-2 pounds. It smells so good in here, man. It smells like lemon, honey, and blueberries. Yeah, I love the smell of honey. You don't want to add your yeast when it's cold because your yeast will not take effect. Okay, blueberries have been crushed. They're thawed out. My yeast nutrient, fermento, give it a good stir and mix it up. So that goes in. My tea that I steeped earlier. This will go in. That's the rest of that gallon that I used. Give that a stir. Introduce a little more oxygen. Come on, wide mouth. Oh, please don't say I put too much in there. Oh, I think I have too much. Yep, I've got too much in there. So what I'm gonna have to do is take some of this out to make room for my bag. Mistakes were made. Learn from your mistakes. Oh God, still not. You just got to adjust to those mistakes. Is this the end of the world? No. It's just a minor setback. I want to note where I'm at. Okay, I'm at the line right there. Oh man, I gotta take more out. Next time, I'm going to add the bag first. And then add the rest of my water. Please go in this time. I mean, I'm way up there. I mean, if this is a fast ferment, I don't want this thing going through the top. All right, we're gonna go with that. Pour the rest of my juice in there. I think we'll be okay. I'm right at the line. I'm not positive. We'll see. I'm gonna fill up my airlock with sanitizer. And even though I'm not putting the yeast in yet, I'm gonna let that pectic enzyme work on these blueberries for about 5 or 6 hours. And then I'm gonna pitch my yeast. Let the pectic enzyme do its job and add our yeast in about 5 or 6 hours. I'll see you then. Okay, it's been 5 hours. Pectin enzyme has been in there working, so we're gonna put yeast. I'm bringing you over here to see this. Yeast is going in. I'm just gonna sprinkle this around a little bit. I'm not gonna worry about stirring it up. It'll sink down in there. And I'm using the whole packet. I'm not that damn cheap. Make sure there we go. I want to get that tight. And it is 7:30. So there we go. Now I'm just gonna let that sit there. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna make sure that every now and then I'll make sure that cap is pushed down. But here is what I did with what I had. Here's what I did with what I had left over. I pitched some yeast in there, put the cap on real light. It can off gas. And I'm going to use that maybe to add to what I have left over. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Be good to one another and tell someone you love them.